Yeah, I saw really good defense. We held every game the opponent to very few runs, and our pitching really stepped up this weekend. We saw all four of our pitchers contribute and do a really good job minimizing hits against us. We saw some better contact offensively and pretty timely hits in the wins that we had.
Talk a little bit about Riley. She pitched two just awesome games for you guys this weekend. She's already to her third win this year. She only had four last year, and I just feel like she's really taken a step forward for you guys.
Yeah, her and Sydney have worked really well together. I think they're good for each other. They're encouraging and of one another, and they push each other really well. Riley's just pitching really clean right now and very focused on what she needs to do to be successful.
Again, talk about that first walk-off win, just kind of to get there, play a tight game, and just have two hitters come up and just immediately respond to get that first win on the weekend.
That was so cool. It was disappointing to have to go to the bottom of the seventh, I think, for the team, to see ourselves start slipping away with that game. And then when I saw Shaylee step up, I just knew in my gut, honestly, this is going to be two back-to-back home runs to walk this off. It was the coolest thing, complete confidence in both of them, knowing that they were in control and that they were feeding off of each other. There's a lot of composure and growth with our confidence level and being able to fight back all the way through the end of the game. And we just talk about finishing through the line metaphorically and physically all the time. And so this was a great example of, at the bottom of the seventh, finish through the line and take the W.
And then obviously, big trip this week. You're headed to Hawaii. You guys actually head out tomorrow. Just talk about the excitement in your program and just kind of the opportunity to get to go out there and play some great softball.
The girls are very excited. Our staff is really excited. This is going to be a really fun business trip for us, and we've talked about that for a while. We're out there to do work and to play 5 really good games, but we get to do it in Paradise and have a really unique team experience together in Paradise. And we think the matchups are really good for us out there, so it should be really good softball and just an awesome opportunity to go do something fun and create lifelong memories together.
So you said that Riley and Sydney kind of complement each other as starters. So how have you seen that evolve between the past two tournaments?
I think that Sydney's composure, games haven't gone her way, even though she's pitched exceptionally well. She's giving up very few hits. Against North Texas, she threw a 2-hitter and took a loss on the game when we actually out-hit North Texas, and North Texas had more errors, and it just, sometimes that's the way it falls. But her composure and her leadership and her ability to just continue to fight when offense may not be coming through in those games, I think that's what Riley's really learning from, that she's going to have to just hold her end, do what she can in the circle, and trust the offense to come through. And so just the maturity and leadership, composure has been really good for Riley to learn from Sydney.
Yeah, and then so Avery, Sydney, and Shaylee all had really big offensive games this weekend. So what are your thoughts about them?
They did have really big offensive production for us, and it was nice to see a turnaround from the previous weekend. Honestly, the weekend before, we didn't see as much production from them as we had expected, and so for them to come back, bounce back on the second weekend, and being able to see that they could do big things for our team, I think that was huge. Just seeing different people step up in different games, we expect that to happen throughout the year.
What does this tournament kind of mean? Because you've never played Nevada, you played Colorado State in 2019, and then you play North Texas every season. But playing these teams that you don't normally play, what do you go into that mindset, mentality?
Yeah, we had done a lot of scouting on them, and we felt like they were all really good matchups for us. That they were going to be good games for us to compete in. The mentality, we've played North Texas so many times, and that one's probably the toughest loss for us because the box score, it doesn't really add up on the loss on that one, but knowing that it was a nice tight game for us and we did have an opportunity to win there right up until the end, it felt like a more quality game than some of our games in the past. But it's just nice having some fresh opponents too with Colorado State and UNR that they were good matchups for us and fun to compete.